Don't sound okay.
All right, welcome to Mountain Real Estate. Today we have Lauren Hitchell, another Frisco mom. So welcome, Lauren.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we'll jump right in. Why don't you tell us about yourself?
Okay. My name's Lauren, and my husband and I moved to Summit County in 2008, I think. Yeah, 2008. I'm just trying to process. And we moved here with like $100 to our name and a very broken Jeep, and we just had the expectation of being here for one ski season. And we ended up getting an apartment at Blue River Apartments down in Silverthorne, and they make you sign a year lease. And then that forced us to be here for a summer. And after we experienced summer in Summit County, we were like, we're never going back to Georgia. And here we are, 18, what? No, 18
Yeah.
years later. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I didn't realize that it was that long ago. And I feel like that's a pretty common story, though, but come for a summer and stay for a lifetime.
Yeah. Yep.
Come for winter, really.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, we had no intention of staying past the one winter. And then it just so happened. And then we slowly worked our way. We did the ski bum life where we both spun in at Keystone and worked all the holidays. And, when we had time off, we'd do our ride breaks and just ski bum life. And then now we've got a family and we have our own business. And yeah,
Yeah, you went from ski bum to like really adulting here.
yeah, yes. Sorry.
And Lauren's getting over a cold, so bear with
Yeah,
it.
I apologize for the coughs and the sniffles, but I'm almost done
Yeah, yeah. We're on the mend.
on the mend for
Um,
sure.
all right. Why don't you tell us about how you started your business and what your business is and how you got from ski bum to owning your own business?
Sure. So I actually got my real estate license. I forget what year it was, probably, I don't know, 5 years. No, maybe 4 years ago. And I begged Amy to be my mentor, and she said, absolutely not. And then I begged her a little bit more, and then she said, okay, fine. So I was mentoring under Amy, and, I was trying to get my foot in the door with real estate. I was doing open houses, and it just, I actually was doing an open house, actually at Amy's neighbor at her now house, and I missed my son's first time being in a fire truck, and I was like, maybe this isn't the time of life for me to be trying to start this career that needs so much time and attention. And so I had the conversation with Amy, and she was super supportive, and she basically said, Lauren, if you want to still be involved in real estate, here's a business idea that you and Eric should start because there's a need for it. Excuse me. Um, Let me get some coffee. I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
And she knew my husband had handyman skills, and then I had done cleanings for a short-term rental company previously, and she just said, "You guys should start this business and see what happens." And Eric was totally on board, but he's not the I don't want to say go-getter because he is a go-getter, but he isn't the one in our relationship that like puts things into action. So as
Yeah.
soon as Amy told me that, I went home, I said, Eric, Amy has this incredible idea. What do you think? And he said, yeah, let's do it. So literally that night, I got our domain, I built our website, and then a week after that, we got our first client from a Slifer broker who put out an email that her client was looking for what we do. And a friend of mine worked at Slifer at the time, and she had heard that we were trying to start this. So she connected us, and the rest is history. And so, yeah, we've built this business I would say 99.5% strictly off of word of mouth through Amy, um, another and other realtors in the county. I tried doing a little bit of advertising, but it didn't take. I mean, I wasn't consistent with it, but yeah, it's all been word of mouth. And so that's how it started in a nutshell.
That's amazing.
Excuse me.
And thank you for your efforts here. I know this is a
Yeah,
lot, but
I know it's like
You can start a
Oh my
business,
gosh.
but doing a podcast is a big ask here. Um,
Yes.
that's amazing that you just like went home and took the initiative and started your own business, and here you are years later, like
Yeah,
building
yeah.
it off of word of mouth in a small town. That's so cool, Lauren.
Yeah, it's awesome. We feel very fortunate because we really had no idea what it was going to turn into, and we didn't even know like what to expect, because obviously, there's so many second homes up here, and we're like, yeah, the potential is endless. Come to find out that there are other companies that do what we do, but like, I mean, there's plenty to go around for everybody. And it's interesting too, because I've heard some of the short-term companies are trying to break into this market, but they don't offer the same quality of service because they want to turn and burn and get that rental income, and that's not our focus. So I feel like we can really offer just a high quality service to second homeowners that don't rent their house.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
awesome. I do feel like that personal connection is also really important over like the big business where you're one of many and they're sending someone and you don't know their name and they're going to your house. And so that personal side
totally.
goes a long way. So tell us about, so you have a cleaning background, Eric has a handyman background. So tell us what services you provide in your business.
Sure. So we started the business based off of what Amy had mentioned of actually doing home checks for second homeowners that don't rent their homes. So the homes that sit vacant for most of the year. So that's our main focus. And then we added on the handyman services and the cleaning as well, just as like we can kind of do it all. And then we added snow removal. So we also have a plow company now, but we bought this our second winter. And before we bought the plow business, we were also already doing snow removal, just shoveling for clients. Um, and then I'll go grocery shopping for clients before they come into town. We'll meet contractors on site if a homeowner wants to do a project, but they don't want somebody just random in their house. We'll go and hang out and make sure everything is good and then, lock up and stuff like that. What else do we do? That's pretty much it. Basically, we're eyes and ears on a property for the homeowner when they're not here.
Okay. And so it
Yeah.
started with just like kind of going by and checking on the property to make sure there wasn't like a big leak or anything crazy that they didn't know about. And then it kind of evolved into serving what they did need beyond that.
Yeah, yeah, because what we found pretty quickly is that a homeowner would be like, "Oh yeah, that's great. I want you to check on my house, but I also need like a TV hung and I need some artwork hung and I want my house cleaned after we leave and kind of the snowball effect." And then so we're able to just kind of offer everything that a homeowner would need besides doing like remodel projects because Eric doesn't do that, but
Yeah,
pretty much other than that, we can handle it all.
that's awesome because that is
Yeah.
something I have heard several times, like especially recently when homeowners are just like, we're not there enough. And when we're there, we're doing maintenance or projects that instead of just enjoying it. So it sounds like
Right.
you offer people that ability to just show up and enjoy it.
Yes, yes, we do for sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Um, what this is going rogue here a little bit, but what does your cost structure look like? Do you do like a season or like by session, or does it vary by client?
So it totally varies by client. So one of the things that I have found is that other businesses that are like ours in the county, they offer basically you pay a monthly fee and that's it.
Okay.
And we didn't necessarily like that because it felt very like almost not fair to the client because what happens if you don't actually need all of this done or what if you need more? And so we found that we just wanted to be totally transparent too with our pricing. So it's like a la carte with us. So if you do home checks with us, we have a weekly, biweekly, or monthly rate, and then everything else is basically our hourly rate. So you get what you pay for. You're not getting like all this extra fluff that you're paying for that you might not really actually need. And so yeah, so our checks, we have a weekly, like I said, weekly, biweekly, and monthly fee, and then everything else is just our hourly rate. With cleanings, it depends because sometimes, like one of our clients just left and they have a 7,000 square foot home and they use the entire home. So it's going to be a huge clean. But then that same homeowner a few weeks ago was here and he just used his master bedroom and the kitchen and that was it, and the bathroom. So I don't charge our full cleaning fee if you're only using, you know, a tiny little bit of your house. So that's definitely something we pride ourselves on with our pricing is that you pay for what you get. We don't try to stiff our clients and stuff like that. So yeah,
Yeah, that is great. That flexibility goes a long way. And again, that goes back to like the personal touch there and not just a company that's charging a set percentage or rate,
totally, totally.
regardless of what they get. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, because we actually just got another client in Keystone, and she doesn't necessarily want home checks, but she wants us to clean for her, and she wants Eric to do handyman stuff. But then she also wants us to she wants to leave gift bags and things for her friends and family when they come to stay. So I'll be in charge of that. So we're not doing the home checks, but we're doing all the other stuff. So yeah, whatever a client needs is what we'll do. So.
Awesome. Yeah, you sounds like you guys do it all. I was going to say, what are your unique offerings? But I think you've covered a lot of them. And that flexibility of being able to do it all goes a long way for people because everyone needs something
Thanks.
different.
Yeah, yeah. And going back to the what you were saying about like the personal touch, like all of our clients text me personally. We don't have anybody else that works for us other than a lady that helps us with some of our cleans. But other than that, all of our clients have mine and Eric's phone number and we're at, whenever you need us, you text us kind of thing. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Awesome. This is like such a feel good moment of like Summit County, how I feel like this is how it used to be. Like you would just call the person you know and you
Sure,
take
sure.
care of them. But I
Totally.
feel like
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of stories of others that have been like, well, my property manager sold out to like a big company or turned over
Yeah.
to a big company. So it's good
Yeah.
to hear that this personal touch still exists.
Thanks. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we love that. So, yeah, we're very proud of what we've built. So,
Yeah, you should be. All right,
oh,
so
so
a couple
sorry.
more questions. Well, yeah, you help yourself. So if we have clients that are looking for like a home check or a long-term property manager where they're not doing short-term rentals, what would you tell them to look for as they're interviewing you or others that do long-term property management?
I would say somebody who's transparent and who's not just going to try to stiff you on this, just say that they're going to offer all of this stuff and charge you a flat fee because really what I found is that you can't it's not an honest structure, if you will.
Yeah.
So I would say just making sure that you find somebody that's totally transparent, that does give that personal touch, that wants to make your experience as the homeowner like top notch. Because we only deal with high end properties. And so we take that very seriously, and we want to make sure that our clients feel like the luxury homeowner that they are. And so making sure that you feel that way as well from whoever you're interviewing, and that they're not just like, oh, you're another Texan. That's, you
Yeah.
know, there's that joke that people don't like Texans here, and I'm like, I love them. Please keep coming. We
Yeah.
love the Texans. We love them all, which is also funny. Total side note. I always had that thought even when we worked at Keystone spinning den for people, because it's like if these people don't come, I don't have a job. So what? This doesn't anyway.
Right.
Total
Let's be
side
nice
note.
to them. We need them.
Yeah, yeah, we love them.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then what else would I say? I think flexibility too, which kind of goes hand in hand with it, with what I already said, just because it's not really a one-stop shop. Not every homeowner needs the exact same thing. Like we have some homeowners that they handle all of the maintenance schedule for their water heater and all this stuff. And then we have other clients that are like, you do everything, please. I don't want to think about it. We have some homeowners who are very hands-on. We have some homeowners who we don't even really talk to ever because, we send them our report after we do our home check and then everything's good. They don't need to do anything, so they don't say anything. So it's, yeah. So the flexibility would also be very important. Um, as something to consider.
Yeah, that's a
I
great
don't know
point.
if I went just on a total tangent there.
No, that's good. So transparency and flexibility. If you're interviewing property managers for
Yes,
like home check or long term, those are
yes,
good.
yeah.
What kind of report do you produce when you do a home check?
Sure. So we use an app called Snap Inspect. And so every time we go into the house, we take pictures of everything. We break it down by room essentially. So your entry, your mudroom, your garage, mechanical room, all the bedrooms, living room, kitchen, so on and so forth. So when we go in, we scan the room from head to toe, essentially, or from ceiling to floor, I should say.
Mhm.
And we look for leaks. We check for anything unusual. We run all the water, depending. Again, some clients don't leave their water on at all, some leave them on. Um, and then we take pictures of every room, and then we send the detailed report to our clients, and it has each room like good, poor, needs attention. I forget what the categories are. So the homeowner can see exactly what we see when we go into the house, and then we send that at the end, and it's like a long report that they get. And yeah,
That's awesome. That's feels like good peace of mind to be like, I'm not there, but I know that nothing crazy is going on. That
totally, totally. Yeah. So yeah, our clients have been very happy because we implemented the Snap Inspect report probably like 6 or 7 months after we started. So the clients that we had that have been with us since the beginning, when we started doing that, they were like, wow, this is great. And yeah, everybody's been very happy with that. So yeah,
that's awesome.
yeah,
Very cool.
yeah.
Um, what's the biggest thing you've learned in running your own business here in Summit County?
Um, I don't know. I think
This for fun.
relationships, like building relationships is and maintaining um that relationship with people, not just with the homeowners, but also with like realtors and stuff like that is so important because like I said at the beginning, that's how we've gotten all of our business. And yeah, I don't know. I think that might be that
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I love like the admin side of the business. Like that's I just doing all the invoicing and the emailing and all that kind of stuff. I love that. And then Eric is so good at doing the handyman stuff and all the stuff that I can't do. So, um, but yeah, I don't know. I think maybe
That's
just
awesome.
relationships
Yeah.
is
And the
probably
fact that you and your husband can work together and sustain a business is very impressive.
it is. Yeah, we make a really, really great team and it's awesome too because our business fits so well around our family because our family is our priority, but we
Hmm.
still can offer top-notch service to our clients, but still spend the majority of our days with our kids, which is pretty amazing.
That's awesome.
So,
Yeah. When you said that at the beginning of like missing your son's first time in a fire truck, it's like those are the things you remember. They probably won't remember, but the fact that you like took that to heart and changed your lifestyle to make it work and you're
yeah.
doing it so well and your kids will absolutely grow up differently because they have you around.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, we're very proud of that too. So,
That's awesome.
excuse
Awesome. Well, how can people find you, Lauren?
So they can find us at www.summithomewatch.com or email, which is just info@summithomewatch.com. Or my phone number. I don't know if I should put that on here.
You can reach out to me and Amy. We've got Lauren's phone
Okay.
number.
Yeah. I used to be very heavily involved on social media and now I don't really even do that anymore. So website, email, or reach out to you guys to get my phone number would be best.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well,
Yeah.
thank you so much for taking time to chat with us, Lauren. Really
Oh,
appreciate
thanks for
it.
wanting to interview me. I hope I did okay.
You did great. It's awesome. I love it. Like just another mom, but you're like running your own business and living the life you want. You've like created it and been very intentional and you're like raising your family and working with your husband. You've got it all going on, girl. I'm so impressed.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. That means a lot. Yeah, we feel very fortunate. So,
Yeah, and you made the most. You took Amy's idea and you implemented it. It's
I
awesome.
know. I do tell Amy probably every time I text her how grateful that I am to her because she changed our life in so many different ways, not just with doing this business, but in real estate ventures as well. So
Yeah.
yeah, we adore Amy.
Yeah, she's pretty great. And I hear you with the mentoring. I was right where you were, knocking on her door.
Yeah, but at least you stuck with it. I was like, nope, see you later.
I was very persistent.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, it seems like it's been an amazing fit, and she's only ever said great things about you. So
Well, thank you. Yes, it's good all around. It's good that we're all finding our place and helping each other out.
totally. All right.
Awesome. Well, thanks for being here, Lauren. We really
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Thanks, Candice.
All right.